We're doing our best. um, but I still wanted to stream because I'm fed up of cancelling streams for stuff that's beyond my control. So we're gonna go and look at Soraka's lore today. So this is, I think, pretty much we're going to be finished with Targon after this, and we're going to be moving on, which is super, super exciting, and I can't wait to see where we go next. But I've already looked ahead, obviously, and I haven't read them yet, but Soraka has, like, barely any lore. There's, like, nothing here unless I'm missing something. This is it. This is it, guys. No videos, no arts, nothing. We're just... This is all we got. This is it. So I'm guessing it probably won't be a super long stream. Let's see, two paths lie before you, but you can only take one, right? A wanderer from the celestial realm, Soraka gave up her immortal form to protect the mortal races from their own ignorance and violent instincts. Well, great job of that. She endeavors to spread the virtues of compassion and mercy to everyone she meets. Isn't she like a character in a game which is literally 5 people clubbing the shit out of 5 other people? Does she know that she's participating in this? Guiding the lost and healing the wounded, for all Soraka has seen of this world struggle, she still believes in the people of Runeterra. So she's an idiot, got it. Have yet to reach their full potential. See, I think they have achieved their full potential. I just think they didn't have much potential in the first place. Okay. Soraka the Starchild. Okay. Are we ready, guys? Let's go in. An age ago, when time itself was young, the inhabitants of the celestial realm regarded the fledgling races of Runeterra with growing concern. These creatures deviated wildly, unpredictably, and dangerously from the great designs intended for them by those above. The guidance and fates that had been woven into the night sky often went unseen, or worse, were misinterpreted by their simple mortal minds, leading to chaos, uncertainty, and suffering. No longer able to merely watch, one celestial being chose to descend to the mortal realm, determined to untangle the knots in the tapestry of the world. This child of the stars took on a form of flesh and blood, and though the powerful magic coursing through her veins burned this new body from the inside out, she knew her suffering meant little if she could help to heal all that was broken and incomplete. And so Soraka came to be, and set upon her journey to soothe the mortals she encountered. Even so, she quickly learned the capacity for cruelty that the peoples of Runeterra possessed. Whether on the battlefields of inescapable conflicts, in the seedy underbellies of sprawling cities, or on the frontiers of the untamed wilderness beyond them, there seemed to be no end to the fighting, betrayal, and suffering Soraka witnessed. She watched, helpless, as mortals ignorantly broke the threads of destiny they could have woven together. Their lives were too short, she reasoned. They were simply unable to see the greater patterns, now lost. But as Soraka lived among them, as one of them, trying to repair what little of the damage she could, something incredible and wholly unforeseen happened. From the snarls and tangles and knots, the messy breaks and the great patterns, Soraka noticed a new, unintended design emerging, intertwined and of a staggering complexity. Unintended and wild, the mortals were forging new and unknown futures for themselves. From the celestial realm above, it had seemed like pure chaos, but with her new perspective, and blessed by the stars to stand against the erosion of time, Soraka now beheld an almost perfect beauty. Just as mortals had the deepest capacity for cruelty, so too did they possess an infinite potential of kindness and inspiration to rival anything among the stars. This is that kind of the ends justify the means type behavior. It's okay to be evil so long as there's some good, guys. Soraka realized her place was not to repair or replicate the celestial pattern. While a part of her craved the fixed, comforting destinies of the stars, she knew in her heart that static fates could not contain the unbridled, dynamic potential of mortality. And so her work took on renewed vigor, driven to unlock the untapped possibilities of all she met. Soraka sought now to inspire and guide rather than shepherd, to see what unblazed trails each mortal would discover for themselves in their brief, radiant moment. Over the millennia, legends of the Starchild have filtered through all the lands of Runeterra. Some tribes of the Freljord still speak of a far wanderer, a horned healer who soothed the icy bite of the most brutal winters. In the depths beneath Zorn, rumors float of a lilac-skinned medic who would purify weary lungs from the ravages of the alchemical grey. In troubled Ionia, the oldest myths of the holy smokes, Vastayashire recall a seer who communed with the stars themselves and called upon their light both to heal the wounded and scorch those who would do further harm to the First Lands. Currently, Soraka calls the westernmost peaks of Targon her home. She watches over an isolated tribe of the Vastaya, teaching them her healing ways and tending quietly to her own needs. Though what brings her so close to the great mountain, or how long she will stay, only Soraka knows. Many times she has watched entire civilizations dance close to the brink of destruction, and she has learned that she cannot save those who do not wish it, nor force them to save what they will not. All the same, Soraka is determined to never stop trying. Okay. Why do they mess up so many of the Celestials so bad? Because like Aurelian Sol is legitimately a really cool story and character. The others are like excessively fantasy cliches. Like, okay, it's League of Legends, you're expecting fantasy cliches, but like some level of cliche is just offensive. Oh my god. The evil is don't forget to see the good and the evil. Humans were just like two sides of the same coin. Gross. But I will say that story was less annoying than some of the others we've had. I wonder why Soraka has so little lore. Like, there was a couple of champions we've had in Targon, right, where they just have like barely any lore whatsoever. It's like, oh shit, we better quickly write something for them. But she does have a story, so we can have a look at the story. Halfway between the stars and Earth. It was a perfectly good night for a cup of tea. Chilly, certainly, but clear. As crisp as a night as frigid Mount Targon ever got, really. Soraka was expecting a visitor. The snow in the stone kettle had already begun to melt over the hearth at the center of the little yurt as it grew warmer. The room was suffused with the smell of dried tea leaves and sparse mountain herbs. She crossed the room, passing the shelf she'd built herself along the back wall. Like the rest of her home, it was ever so slightly crooked. As far as mortal skills went, carpentry was not her strong suit, but she had built it because she loved the keepsakes on the shelf. A willow wreath from the... Oh man, I should probably learn how to say all these things. Omekaelen? A guidant, tiny golden acorn from a dear friend in Bandor City. And oldest of all, surely older than anything mortal, was a stone dog from the old days of Nashrame. She owed that city another visit. She hadn't been back in centuries, and she had a fondness for its people. But she was shaken from her reverie as the commotion started outside. Shouting, barking, precisely on time. In the darkness, a pack of wolves surrounded a huddled lump in the snow. She strode out into the night, drawing her shoulders back, her head high. The moon was out and appeared slightly too large, as it often seemed to on Targon. Her home, nestled partway up the peak, was framed to the east by craggy flats, and to the west by a sheer drop into the mist far below. A constant, frigid wind battered everything westward. It wasn't uncommon for wild creatures to be battered on their way across the flats too, but it was rare that they found prey. The wolves turned to snarl at her, half illuminated in the yellow light from the yurt's windows. Meanwhile, the lump rolled over. It was a girl. Frightened eyes stared back at Soraka, a wooden spear clutched between two shaking hands. Only one thing brought people to this remote cliffside on the approach to the Holy Mount, but they were never this young. The wolves lunged for Soraka in unison, and she heard the stars cry out in her defense. Sparks trickled from her fingertips as she rained golden fire down on the pack. The slam of impact sent most of the wolves skittering back with primal fear, but one of them was left behind, its hindquarters crushed beneath the weight of the dying embers. It moaned and rasped, struggling. She saw the remainder of the pack disappearing over the icy barrens, abandoning their fellow to his fate. Soraka shook her head and instantly knelt in the singed snow, her hands already outstretched. She couldn't bear to feel the poor thing's pain. It tugged at her. As she laid her hands along its bloodied back haunches, it snarled, digging its teeth into her arm. Ouch. Mortality had its drawbacks. "Stop," the girl cried. It'll kill you." Soraka felt her face melting into a smile. "I'm not afraid of wolves," she replied, as light spread down her arms and into the wolf's mangled body. "Besides," she added, "Targon belongs to him as much as to me." The creature's flesh began to knit back together, the crushed bones becoming whole once more, like clay taking proper shape in the artisan's hands. But the magic burned as it left her. She closed her eyes and lost herself in the pain for a moment. What is it with the masochism people like to put into fantasy novels? I know I've done that with my own law story, by the way, so judge me not. When she opened them, the wolf had retreated. Only the girl remained. Her eyes flicked upwards, tracing the line of Soraka's horn, and Soraka already knew what she was thinking. "Are you one of those things?" "One of what?" "Demons, I've heard," Soraka laughed. But before she could respond, the girl sagged weakly, the spear tip dropping. It was only then, her mind clearing, that Soraka finally felt the enormity of the girl's own pain. Her arms were black all the way to the elbows. Her fingers were frozen to the spear, the flesh swollen red above that. Prospect like this, she'd be dead soon. When she laid her hands upon the girl's arms, the girl flinched, and Soraka was worried. Humans were curious creatures when it came to healing. Their minds were intricate. It had to be a mutual agreement. They had to want to heal. Sometimes she'd get the tendrils of her magic deep into a wound and find that the mind pushed her right back out again. But not here. The girl was too tired. All vestiges of her energy spent getting her to this far up the mountain. Soraka flooded the dead flesh with all the power she could give, pushing through the pain. Coils of emerald light wound their way up the girl's arms. The spear dropped to the ground. As Soraka worked, she watched the skin fade through black, red, and purple to its proper dusky color. There, that should do it. "Do I seem like a demon to you?" Soraka asked. Her gold eyes glimmered in the darkness. The girl was silent. After a moment, Soraka pressed her. "You're making the summit climb." "Why?" But the girl just looked ashamed, rubbing her newly restored arms. My family, she blurted, shaking her head. We, we're a corps, we're warriors. And my mother, she's the strongest of us all. You don't know what it's like to be the only one who can't fight, to be... She bit her lip, struggling to find the word. Weak. Soraka swept a hand out towards the dirt path the girl had followed, the one which led all the way to Targon's base. You came this far, and you still think yourself weak? I won't be soon, the girl replied, her hands balling into fists now. Not when I reach the summit. I'll walk off the final peak and right into the sky, just like the old stories, and then they'll be forced to accept I'm strong. No one made of the stars could ever be brought low. If only that were true, Soraka said, flashing a too-sharp grin. She scarcely caught the girl's face breaking out into stunned amazement as she turned, walking to the edge of the path. Above them, the stars spread out against the inky sky, brighter than they were anywhere else in the world. They sang songs only she could hear. This was home to her. It hadn't always been, but it was the home she made. Come, Soraka beckoned, and she raised a hand, trailing her fingers across the heavens. As she did, she knit the clouds and mist into shapes which wound their way against the moon and became the faces the girl would no doubt have recognized from stories. A young woman with pale hair, her counterpart a woman whose face burned brightly as the sun, and a warrior with a spear not unlike the girl's own. All of these mortals ascended to the peak, but they had chosen that path with all their soul. She turned to the girl and spoke slowly, taking no delight in her words. You have not truly chosen the mountain, and Targon will not choose you. You would walk to your death. Don't do this. The girl turned away. She was silent a long time. Where then? She said at last, her voice rough. I can't go home. I can't go back to them. Where else would I go? Soraka smiled. The world is vast. Your paths are many. I can help, if you let me. The images in the moon had faded. Soraka motioned to the cheerful yellow yurt nestled among the rocks nearby. But first, better come on inside and get warm. No sense in starting back until dawn comes. Besides, I've got a kettle on. Perfectly good night for a cup of tea. All right, okay, so I'm less mad now. That story is better. But the girl's reasons for ascending Targon are no worse than Diana or Leona's or Pantheon's. So why is she saying they were worthy and chose the mountain and this girl didn't? That's mega weird. I mean, Leona definitely didn't choose the mountain. Leona was just there trying to save Diana. I don't know, man. Do you know what? This is my thing with League, is the little inconsistencies across the universe. Like, it's the stories individually are good, but when you read them all together, like we've been doing here, you start to go, huh, wait. Right? Okay, dear Riot, if you are seeing this message, firstly, you are very lost. Secondly, I would love to officially be in charge of legal. I'll write the law, I'll organize the law, I'll structure the law, I'll do the consistency checking, I'll try and bring more consistency into what we already have. Tag me in, coach. Tag me in. This is my dream job. I'll do it. I'll do it, Riot. For you and for me. Okay, let's take a look at Soraka as a champion. Obviously support because she doesn't like killing things. Got it. Low difficulty, challenge accepted. Let's go take a look at her skins. Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. We're already starting on a low because I don't actually like Soraka's character design. But if any of you are fans of Anne McGaffrey's A Corner series of books, tell me this isn't what a corner should look like. I'm sorry, this is a corner. If you're not familiar with Anne McGaffrey series of A Corner books and you like Soraka's design, you should go and read them. Okay, what skin she got though? Dryad. Okay, that's actually a very pretty skin. Okay, I like that. It's very D&D. I like that a lot. Okay, like don't get too excited that there's no giveaway today, Yak, because it's a League Law day. We don't do giveaway on League Law day. But nice try. Commitment. I love it. Okay. Dryad, what's this? Divine. Okay, this has some mad classic fantasy vibes. I don't personally like it, but I can appreciate it. Wait, why does she have so many good skins? Why is a character I have no interest in have so many good skins? Oh, I don't like this one. What's this? Celestine. Sorry. This is no. No, no, no. No, I don't like that. We're going to move on. That's actually gross. What the hell is happening here? What is this? How is she even putting that on? Like, what? No. Reaper? Okay, I like this one, though. No, I really like this one. Look at that. That's awesome. Order of the Banana. I mean, I don't think I'm supposed to be taking this one seriously, so I'm probably okay. Oh, look at him. I think it's okay. I do think, though, of the entire skin line, Soraka's might be the lamest. And I think that's a fair assessment. I think Soraka is definitely letting everyone down on that one. Nope, don't like it. No. I do like, though, the staff. This is cool. This is cleverly done. The staff is well done. The rest of it, meh. Very meh. Star Guardian line is the Star Guardian line. They all come out looking pretty good, don't they? It's hard to mess up Star Guardians. Pajama Guardian. Again, I don't know how to cope with these types of lines. I'm not going to be able to take them seriously. This is cool. I love this, and I will say the designs for the staffs, they are all pretty fucking bomb. Clearly that's where all the effort went in. This is my favorite. I think we could all predict that though, right? But this is actually gorgeous. This is like, I would get this art just printed to have in a frame. I love this. And look at, again though, look at the staff. Look how amazing the staff is. Even in a skin I really like, she is being outclassed by her own staff. The staff is upstaging her at every step of the way. And yes, obviously I'm going to like Nightbringer because it's basically just the Dawnbringer, but in my color scheme. If I was going to play Soraka, I think this is the skin that I would be aiming to play out with. We know how I feel about the Prestige Star Guardians. Cafe Cuties. I hate the Cafe Cutie skins. I'm sorry. I know that if you're into this aesthetic, they're probably great, but I hate it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Let that burn into your eyes, guys. Again, Spirit Blossom Soraka is quite pretty. I like this. This is quite cool. I do like the Spirit Blossom line in general, to be fair. But what is this? Upstaged by the beautiful staff yet again. This is gorgeous. Soraka, yeah, that's all right. Staff, gorgeous. Absolutely perfection. 20 out of 10. Immortal Journey, huh? No, I don't like that one. It does have very classic high fantasy vibes again, but I don't like it so much. It feels a bit childish compared to the other one. That's it. It gives kids' book vibes. Fairy court's okay, I guess. I do like the fairy court, like the way that artists has done like the incorporation of fairy elements like butterflies, flowers, and stuff. The way they've done it in the outfits, I do really like the artistic way they've done it. The way textures included, in general, not just for Soraka. I love this kind of texturing in art, so I think that's helping me. In terms of whether this feels like Soraka, though, not even a little bit. Replace with any generic girl. I mean, even sticking the horn on her head hasn't made it feel like Soraka. Flora. Okay, this is kick-ass. Yes. See, again, texture. I like this kind of texturing to art. Outfit is bomb. Again, the staff is massively upstaging her, but I think at this point that's gotta happen in every skin. That's just the way it is. This is fire. This is literal fire. We like this. Everyone should be using this skin if they have it available to them by law. Except me, because I would clearly be using Nightbringer. Okay, well, as she has like nothing else for us to look at, let's have a look at how she plays. Salvation. She runs faster towards nearby low health. Q. Star falls from the sky, dealing magic damage and slowing enemies. If I actually hit someone, I recover health. Okay, cool. W. Sacrifices some of my health to heal someone. Oof. I'm going to be so bad at that. Equinox. Creates a location that silences enemies. Oh, that's good. Oh, and routing. Nice. Soraka feels that enemies hope and instantly restoring health to herself and or allied champions. Okay, this actually does seem like some pretty bomb abilities. So, give me a little be right back, and then when we come back, I'm going to test her out quickly. Hello, my name is Just Jihei, and you might know me from such classics as Kidnapping Filipinos, Platonic Men in My Basements, and my iconic attempts at scuff-free streams. Wow! Yes, you heard it, scuff-free streams. After many years of work, tireless effort, I have created a product that can scuff-free streams and sprays it right in your face. So if you are fed up of scuffed streams, chatters saying such things as, "Have you tried turning it off and on again? Your mic is muted. Your mic is muted. Your mic is muted. Game volume too loud. Model lagging, and more, then please purchase Scuff Be Gone. Scuff Be Gone is the product you can spray in your face and never have to worry about scuff ever again. Scuff Be Gone's retail price varies from region to region and has an excessive price gouging addition. No guarantees are made of Scuff Be Gone's ability to actually remove scuff. Hey guys, we're back. We're ready to lock in and test out her abilities. Mangoine. Oh. Is this it? Right. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is just... Where's the level up? Level up, level up, level up, level up. Because I want all the abilities. Bam, bam, bam. Bam. Thank you, thank you, thank you, man. Okay, we've got all the abilities. We're good. Now we're going to run down a lane and we're going to see how she does. My mic is right in front of where I'm clicking on the map, so I'm making this up as I go along, guys. We got WASD coming soon. Okay. W works beautifully easily. Problematically easily, even one might say. Let's see. Ruh-roh. I feel like she would be alright to learn to play. I don't know if I'd enjoy playing her though. I think I would get bored. I don't like being the person who can't run in, if that makes sense. Which also is funny because I don't like playing tanks, and realistically, that's what I want to be, isn't it? A tank. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like Soraka is a really nice, probably a pretty good character to pick up if you're happy playing support. I just think I'm not built for support in general. I feel like it's not my I'm too much of a liability, right? Yeah, it's not gonna work. Like just now, I totally forgot that I should have been healing Brown. That wasn't just because I'm messing around. I genuinely forgot that I probably should have been doing some of that. And I've been tanking for Brown instead, which, what? And that wasn't clever. I know a lot of the stuff I'm doing is just because I'm just playing with keys and seeing what things do. But that was genuinely just because I totally forgot that I'm supposed to be support. Mm. All right. I feel like Soraka, a success. I'm sure it's a really short. Sorry, it's a really short stream. But yeah, with everything that's going on right now, I thought that's all I've got in me. Sorry, guys. That's it. That's all I got. I will see you again on whatever time next week my first stream is. Check out my socials to see my schedule on my Discord, Blue Sky, or Twitter. You can see a schedule of streams are available. Don't forget that I usually do giveaways, hence Yaks pop in, but today is a Clown Fiesta day, so no giveaways on Clown Fiesta days. But other than that, yeah, great to see you all and have a good day.